Jim Winkle could just as easily be sitting at home drinking coffee and reading a newspaper on this cold November morning. Instead, he's here at the Elmore City-Pernell High School band room with over 60 teenagers.
Here we go. Ready? Again. Everybody sit up nice and straight. Give me a concert with B flat. Ready? Play.
After being retired from the band business for nearly 8 years, Winkle felt like he was missing out. In 2001, he talked to a friend who told him about a job opening at Elmore City-Pernell.
I ended up being the so-called part-time band director at Elmore City. And I told him I'd come over for a couple of years and see if I could help him get the program put back together. It was kind of down.
9 years later, the band that was kinda down is stronger than ever, and the band director who only intended to stay for a couple of years is still leading the way.
I have just thoroughly enjoyed getting back in the business and working with band program at Elmore City. It's just been a tremendous blessing to me to be back and doing what I really love. I have just a passion for band work, I guess.
That passion has led his band to 6 straight superior ratings at the state marching contest and appearances in the Memorial Day Parade in Washington, D.C. and the Alamo Bowl in San Antonio. The band has also been to the state concert contest 5 out of the past 6 years, and with an enrollment of over 60 members, the band makes up nearly a third of the total school.
It's been a real help to me to be able to work with young people of that caliber. The community has been unbelievably supportive of our program and supportive of me, and that means so much as a band director.
Winkle would need that community support late last year as a diagnosis of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma threatened to halt his band career.
Obviously, anytime you're told that, it's devastating. And it's devastating to my whole family.
When did you first tell the band, and what was their reaction?
I did tell the band probably 4 or 6 weeks after I was diagnosed. I told them just prior to having surgery, and that was in March 4th. And they were stunned, I think, and of course some of the students became really emotional about it. But I tried to let them know that I felt like I would be okay.
And Winkle was committed to making sure he would be okay, not only for himself and for his family, but also for the band. After discovering a cancerous mass on his spleen, Winkle postponed a surgery to remove it until after he took the band to the district concert contest. He even tried to schedule chemotherapy treatments in the afternoon so they wouldn't conflict with his morning band rehearsals. It was during one of those rehearsals that he made a promise to his band.
But I said, next summer when we come back to band camp, I'll have that all behind me and I'll be okay, and we'll start from there. And pretty much made a commitment to them that I would be back. And I think that really helped them with my positive attitude toward, what was a very devastating feeling inside. As a result, I think that kind of helped them. And I enjoyed so much their encouragement, and even when I lost my hair after I started doing chemotherapy, they would say, "Yeah, that doesn't look so bad," and we don't mind you being bald. And some of them would say, "I wonder what your hair will look like when it grows back," And so we kind of, had some laughs about it, even after I lost my hair. And I'll never forget the first day I went back after all my hair had come out, and I wore a hat. And so I got on the podium and I took my hat off, and all of a sudden their band director was bald, and I didn't know what the reaction would be, but it wasn't a laugh, it was just kind of a grin, and they just kind of accepted that they were going to have a bald band director.
Just a few months after that moment, however, their band director is no longer bald. Jim Winkle is now cancer-free.
I've heard people, cancer survivors, use those two words, cancer-free, and I never really thought about how that must make them feel until I was faced with that.
Winkle and his wife Carolyn both give God credit for his recovery.
I attribute being at the right place at the right time, and I really believe God placed me with those doctors at Mercy Hospital, and I attribute and give God all the credit for that.
Now, less than a year after he was first diagnosed with cancer, Winkle is preparing his band for their annual Christmas concert. And those morning rehearsals mean more now than ever. Because greater than superior ratings and trophies is Winkle's second chance at life, doing what he loves most with a community and students that have embraced him through good times and bad. And for this music man, those relationships make it all worth it. Jim Winkle's time at Elmore City-Pernell may very well be the high point of his career, and that crescendo shows no signs of fading.